here's the heart. The aorta is the big artery that comes off the heart. It does go all the way through the body, so it's that long vessel that runs centrally down the body. So aorta. We'll follow the vessels off the aorta. So from the aorta, the very first large artery that comes up is the brachiocephalic artery. It's a single vessel. It can be called the brachiocephalic trunk. Off of brachiocephalic trunk, we're going to see two arteries that run up through the neck. Those are common carotid arteries. Also off the brachiocephalic trunk is this subclavian artery that goes to the left side. So here is the, let's say that right, it goes to the right. Right, this is our right subclavian artery. It's going to continue on.
Do you want us to say it right?
You don't have to, no. So subclavian artery, it runs through the armpit. It's called axillary, and it keeps going and runs through the arm, and that's going to be called the brachial artery. Same on the other side, left side. Subclavian comes on this side, comes straight off the aorta. So here's all of this is subclavian artery, but then it keeps going out through the armpit and becomes axillary artery, and axillary keeps going and becomes brachial artery. The other arteries in this area you would be learning would be the arteries that are coming to these intercostal muscles. So all of these are intercostal arteries. Then we have going to the lungs, which we don't really have good views of on these cats, but you would see a blue colored vessel going to the lung. That is a pulmonary artery. So if it looks blue in the lungs, it's a pulmonary artery. We follow aorta down, follow aorta all the way down. Here's the diaphragm, so once we get past that, we're in the abdominal cavity. Right away, the first big artery you see coming off is the celiac artery. And I'm going to move over to this cat. We can see them just a little bit better. So that was the aorta coming all the way down. We just got through diaphragm, so the first big artery is celiac artery or celiac trunk. It does have branches that go to the stomach, the liver, and the spleen. The next major artery that comes off the aorta, here it is the, you can call it superior mesenteric, which is what we call it in the human, or it can be called cranial mesenteric in a cat. But it's going to go to all of the small intestine, has lots of branches that run through the mesentery of the small intestine. So superior mesenteric artery. The next artery that we'll see coming off the aorta would be the arteries that are going to take blood to the kidneys. There's one on each side. That would be a renal artery. Keep following aorta down. You will have some, and these may have gotten may have gotten cut in some. You have little arteries that are going to come off, and this is a male, so this is going to go all the way down and become part of the spermatic cord connected to the testes. So it would be called the internal spermatic artery. And then finally we have off the aorta this single artery that comes to the lower part of the GI tract, the colon here. And so this is called the inferior mesenteric artery or the caudal mesenteric artery. Follow the aorta down and it stops, and we have new arteries that branch off of it. These external ones, these on the outside, these are external iliac artery. The ones that run along the inside here, internal iliac artery. The single one right down the middle, the pelvic cavity, that's median sacral artery. Come back here to that external iliac. It runs through and continues out through the leg. So out in the leg, it's called the femoral artery. And then, do we have deep femoral?
I think we do.
All right, deep femoral is going to come off, going to the muscle right at the very beginning here of the thigh. So we only see a little bit of it because it's going to go deep underneath these muscles here, but it's right in that groin region there. So that would be deep femoral, and then femoral is the more superficial large artery running out.
And then great saphenous is
We're
on
going to do the
other
veins
calf.
here in a minute.
Okay.
All right. You guys have okay veins.